All right, rundown May 12th. Happy birthday, Dad. It's my dad's birthday.
We missed Tim Cobbett,
March 8th.
March 8th.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday to my
I
mom.
stopped kind of doing what?
I said, happy birthday to my mother.
May 12th as well?
Yep, 60 today.
Oh,
Wow.
congrats. We were commenting before. Ev looks like the fat guy. And yeah, I can call him Fat Boy again. I generally save that for Ohio State, Michigan, but we have Celtics next. But doesn't he look like that picture, the giant fat guy laying in the money from Breaking Bad? Like I don't know what's going
He's a white
on.
Huel.
I don't know what's going on with like the angle. Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it
he's
is.
laying on the
You
wall.
look like you're laying down on the wall.
I said, I want to trip my mom's 60th. I found a place in between the lobby. We're at the leave between the lobby and their like storage. It's literally just a massive wooden, the
I
entire
don't
wall.
know why
It
looks upside down.
I think maybe it's because the way I tilted it too.
Maybe. Anyways, brought to you by Lucky One Lemonade, bringing a new meaning to when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Miss Peaches got her own drink. I think she's the first dog influencer. Like everybody has drinks. She's the first dog. From what I heard, it's flying. It tastes great, so it doesn't surprise me. Refreshing, non-carbonated, 100 calories, no added sugar. Lucky One's the drink of the summer. Inspired by Miss Peach's story, a portion of Lucky One Lemonade proceeds will go towards rescue dogs. That's part of the deal. Miss Peach's mission to 1 million, an effort to donate $1 million to dogs in needs by the end of the summer. Lucky One Lemonade is partnered with Lifeline Animal Project, Best Friends Animal Society as a partner and beneficiary. So try some Lucky One Lemonade and help donate to dogs in need. For the latest updates on Lucky One, make sure to follow famous Miss Peaches and Lucky One Lemonade. I can't even keep up with how many dogs are tagging us. And next Tuesday is Miss Peaches Day, an official day. I actually have that. Is this it?
Dave, how many?
Yeah, she has her own day in Miami.
How many employees would you pick over Miss Peaches?
What do you mean pick?
Like if you had, like, if she could no longer make money for the company, like of course, I'm not saying like get rid of the dog. You still have her as your dog.
You're saying like if I had to like move product?
If it was just like right now, Miss Peach's career is over or XYZ person's career is over. I think it's a pretty short list.
Well, yeah, and Miss Peaches for the most part like isn't a moneymaker. So because I donated all and like
well,
this is
okay, all right, but like she does generate money, whether or not you're profiting. But like,
oh, she's number one.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
like, I feel like it's
she's
like
a
Dan,
monster.
and that's like it.
No, she's a monster. Like she's an absolute monster. No doubt. All right, let's get into big game. Game 4 tonight. I think the Knicks are dead. Like I'm not. I made that, and I'm gonna say this about the Knicks. I actually think they're a likable team. They don't really have like for a superstar, Jalen Brunson like never talks. And the guys on the team, the big guy who misses free throws, like he's likable when he misses. Like sometimes he like falls down when he airballs. So the Knicks on the court, likable team. Tom Thibodeau, likable coach, like a try. And the Knicks fans, obnoxious, bing bong, all that. Do you guys think you have a chance? Honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I think tonight is like I think we'll really know by the end of tonight. I don't think you can even like, I didn't think they were going to win game 3. Obviously, getting your doors blown off is not ideal, but I didn't think there was a world where they were going to sweep the Celtics or even win in 5. I thought they got off to a good start, but I think any Knicks fan who was like, oh, we got this in the bag is fucking crazy. So I don't think many Knicks fans were feeling that way. I feel like if the Celtics go out there and shoot, 60% from 3 again, you're going to be in trouble. But I think they've also proved that if the Celtics don't shoot the lights out, they can hang with them in pretty much every other aspect. So, I don't think
just a caveat: the first 2 games were literally the 2 worst shooting games the Celtics had all season.
Yeah, but like,
and they barely lost.
Yeah, I know, but it's also like if they don't shoot well again, like,
but not shooting well, like. If the Celtics shoot below average, I think they win by double digits. If they shoot the worst they've ever shot, it's a coin flip. They're too good. This is like they've already proven they've won. They've just never, those first 2 games are never going to happen again. And I've said, like, I think I'm surprised Cleveland's down 3-1, but I think they're good. I think Indiana's pretty good. I think Denver's pretty good. I think OKC's obviously pretty good. I just don't think that the Knicks aren't on that. They stink.
I don't think we stink. My only counter to what you were saying before is that in game 2, we had, I believe, our worst statistical offensive night, and we won. I agree with you that you guys can't. If you guys play an A game or even like a B game, you'll probably always beat us. I can see that, but I believe so much more than I did like a week ago because we could have a really bad offensive night and still win. We obviously had to grind out a low-scoring game.
Well, that's the problem, though, Ev, is like I don't think – I mean, they're averaging under 100 points. Like, you know, that's got – they got to start to put the ball in the basket. You can't beat –
Sure.
In a 7-game series, you can't – in 2025, you can't be scoring 90 points and win the series. But I think that Brunson is the best player on the court. I think he's been – I don't think it's been even a great series for Tatum. I feel like if
he's
Brunson
been awful till the last game.
Yeah, and so I feel like if Brunson goes off, if Cat goes off, like it's the job is certainly not done, but I also don't think it's over because because of game 3. Like if that was a close game, would your opinion be different? A loss is a loss, whether it's close or
no. I don't think the Knicks are very good. Like I just don't think the Knicks are good, and I think Brunson's great. And yeah, Cat gets in foul trouble, he's all right. But if you look at their teams, they're just in a 7-game series. If these teams played 1,000 times in a 7-game series, maybe the Knicks get one. Is this the one out of the 1,000? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe they don't even get one. I don't know, but I don't
everybody said
even
that
get one.
After game 1, it was like the Celtics won't do that again. They just did it again. So,
yeah, I mean the Celtics do throw in even last year, but they lose by like 20 when they had those nights. The fact the Knicks, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. And I love Knicks fans. I don't know what, you guys are so obnoxious when you win. And you always are. You're obnoxious when you win a regular season game and you're doing the bing bong stuff and you're going crazy. You assaulted that poor lady.
Security help! Security help!
Yeah, she got assaulted.
I don't find Knicks fans I think that's likable. I mean, of course, when you're playing against it, you don't want to see that. But they're the most passionate fan base out there. They're throwing parties on the streets and regular season wins. That's a good thing. I don't know why that gets
if you're a Knicks fan, I guess I can live with it when you're playing against them in this little New York Boston. And like I said, I don't really hate the Knicks team. They're tough to hate. They don't really do anything. They just they don't really talk. Cat is kind of hateable, but overall, not a hateable team. So if I had to pick right now, I still think it's going to be OKC versus the Celtics.
Do you think they're coming back from 3-1? Oh,
they
no.
won.
I thought you meant
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. So
I went to the game on Saturday. Shout out Game Time, and then we drove in. So I was in the parking lot in the garage right next to the fucking Garden, and so obviously miserable. Getting out, the traffic was insane. I'm pissed off. I'm like, this sucked. I thought it was gonna be a fun thing, and the guy right in front of me, I looked through his back window, and right where you put your phone, if you have a holder, is fucking you on his phone, and he was scrolling through all of your videos, and I could just see your face laughing, and I knew exactly what it was, and it was just the worst possible thing to happen.
It is fun to stomp on you guys. You were all high and mighty after 2. I saw Meek assaulted Clemmer, and
that was crazy. That was nuts.
It was awesome to have a front row seat to that.
Oh, I mean, if
it was incredible,
Pat or Clemmer threw a punch, I feel like that would have been justifiable.
So I was there. I didn't realize until after that Pat was so in the fiasco because we're all sitting there. We all kind of have a little powwow, almost for the Knicks fans. It was a come down. I'm oh my god, we're up 2. This is fucking. I never in my wildest dreams imagined this. And Pat's sitting there I swear to God, if Meek Phil got hit by a fucking car leaving here, I wouldn't give a shit. Just so fucking mad at him. And then I saw the video and I was like, oh my God, okay, I get it. Because Clemmer has this way of being so condescending that like I couldn't wait to just mush it in his face after like we won. I was like, you better not let us come back down because I'm gonna stick in your face. And then Meek just comes literally over the top off the top rope and is like, fuck you. So you almost like, and then there's like the shot where the three of us are all like intro, like, yeah, fuck you. But Meek took it. Meek blacked out. Meek full on, he blacked out.
I will say I don't want to put tonight as a must win for the Celtics, but like I'm not nervous at all.
I think zero. Tonight like decides it.
If the Celtics, I think, can win 3 in a row if they lose tonight, but then you're at the risk of one of those bad shooting nights appearing out of nowhere.
But see, that's the thing, man. Like, obviously, those 2 games were like their worst shooting performance. But when you live and die by the 3, you can die by the 3. It can happen. I mean, they're like afraid to shoot anything other than 3.
Yes and no. Yeah, I would be worried if they didn't steamroll through the playoffs last year, win the championship, if they didn't have another great season this year. Like, so they've proven it over the course of like 200 games that they don't string a lot of these together. So,
but like, I don't even think, Brunson's had some good fourth quarters, but I don't even think he's been like awesome. So if you run into like a career night from one or two of those guys,
they can withstand that. They're just too deep. The Celtics are too deep. We'll see. NHL. That you guys watch the NHL? It's been crazy.
I got nothing. So.
No, I mean the night's ending was. I mean that was
last second goals.
Insane.
Biz is obviously now in a 2-2 war. A funny shirt like Biz thinks, or I forget what that shirt they got. Ugly Biz, nasty Biz.
Biz Idiot, I think it was.
Biz Idiot.
Yeah.
Elio told me I bet 8-1 finals, Florida against Dallas, so I'm rooting for that. But overall, been great hockey. I haven't been paying. I mean, I've been watching the highlights. Some of the games are late. But the NHL playoffs, you'll always have the people coming out. This is what playoff hockey, nothing like it. This clip, I don't know if you saw, I thought it was funny. So it's BU softball, Boston University, and they do March Madness type reveals. Like, hey, you're this seed, and we've all seen a March Madness. I'll send you the clip. Have you guys seen this?
No.
I'll send it to you right now. It's very funny.
Friday night against the Terriers of Boston University, champions of the Patriot League, led by Casey Ricard, a 20-game winner with that's right, surrender Cobra on their heads, but they're going to head in there and fight like a terrier.
So I've never seen this reaction on one of these where they're cheering hey, we're in the tournament. And then they put up who they're playing. And this Oklahoma is they're a wagon, they have been. And it's instant, surrender Cobra. They're like, hey,
we're fucked.
I've never seen that ever in one of these. No matter who they play in March Madness, it could be you're playing UConn and you're the 16th seed and they still cheer.
Yeah.
These girls, they may not even show up after watching.
I was going to say, is that the easiest bet of a lifetime?
Well, I mean, it's a mismatch to begin with. I will say, I haven't checked. This is going to be, I don't know why I'm watching. I like Texas Tech to win the Women's College Softball World Series. I don't know what their odds are, but they have a beast on the mound. They won the Big 12. They won the Big 12 regular season. They're probably the favorite, but I got to look up. You know what?
Who's the team with Mary Bonds? That chick's awesome. You know that story?
Is that Barry Bonds' kid?
No. Well, no. Her nickname's Mary Bonds. I don't know her real name. She's doing Barry Bonds type shit. She's her batting average, her home runs per game average, stat I didn't even know existed, is 500, and she did not see a pitch the entire fucking season, whatever. And it was finally bottom of the 7th, bases loaded, 1-run game. They threw her 1 strike. She smokes a grand slam. She is the most dominant softball hitter of all time. She's unbelievable.
I don't know when I can get these odds. I'm looking everywhere. I don't see them yet. So I'll have to get back to you on that. Puppet Shot. Kind of interesting development. I was watching this. It's the Puppet Shot World Championships. Guy comes up. He sucked. I'm talking, you expect when you're watching Puppet Shot World Championships, maybe they miss once. You're expecting the speed, just switch. This guy honestly was worse than you would see at a local arcade. He was horrible. He actually replied. He's like, I had a bad night. Papa Shot has reached out, and I don't totally get the nature of the qualifications, which may explain how this guy got in. But they're like, if Barstool wants a spot, we probably have one. It's like August 1st somewhere. So maybe we do an internal.
Oh, I was going to say,
regional.
so there is a stoolie. His name is Nick DeMaranis, and he is in it. He was a 5.
He's in it?
He's in it. So he DM'd me a while ago being like, I don't know if this is, if you would do like a 1 Minute Man video on this. And I kind of forgot about it until I saw you posting about it. And I think he's like a little bit of an underdog, regular dude who's just like good at Papa Shot. And he's going to be in the championship on August 1st. So I was thinking that too.
Wow. We already have somebody. I gotta be honest, I'm not taking the league overly seriously by virtue of the fact, well, now 3 things. A, that guy we saw was horrible. B, we already have a guy in it. And C, we were offered another spot without doing anything. So I don't know. I don't know how qualified these people are.
He sent me some videos of his the quarterfinals or whatever. Like he's lights out as far as we all can see. Like I don't know how he just hits every shot. I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta go quick. I mean, that guy didn't hit any. Last one, Michael Jordan is going to be part of Peacock. Big announcement.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's going to be part of special assignment editor. I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I'm interested to see how he does. I mean, who knows? Like I said, I love Brady. I don't think he's good at football. I don't know that Jordan will be good at this. I don't know what he's doing.
I mean, they must have paid him just an astronomical amount of money for him to even say yes to this. How much? I mean, what gets Michael Jordan off the couch?
To do like real work too. If it's
That's
like, hey,
saying.
come golf or gamble, fine. But like to be, also, I just think he's kind of notoriously not good at like other shit, right? Like he wasn't a good executive. He never wanted to coach or anything. I feel like he does what he does and that's it. But I guess it depends on what he's doing.
There's always a level of, I don't know if like relevancy is the word I would look for, but like Charles Barkley and Shaq are like so relevant to like everybody still because they do TNT. Like Jordan's been retired for a long ass time. And obviously there's the myth and legend and all that of Jordan, but for younger people, like he's not very public. You don't see him very often. So maybe there's
he like, I'm thinking if I were to find out that like their next sports documentary was like co-signed or picked by Michael Jordan, that wouldn't make me be like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah, right. And you can look at a guy, I always think like Joe Montana. Joe Montana is just sort of like irrelevant, and he has been for a long time, and he doesn't do anything, but he's like, before Brady, maybe the greatest quarterback of all time, but he's just like gone. And when you're gone, you're sort of getting like forgotten a little bit. So maybe and I'm not saying that's with Jordan, but I'm of Jordan's age, so he'll never be forgotten to me, but I'm old now. So, if you're a teenager or young 20s, all those people know Barkley inside and out, not because of his playing days, but because of his TNT days, And
also anything like entertainment wise, I would be more like I would trust Chuck more than
it's hard to see. Yeah,
knows any of this shit.
I will find out. I mean, he's never really tried to do it.
Right. That's true.
Like I thought he was good on The Last Dance.
Yeah. So is this like? I guess we don't know. But is this
a special assignment
on camera, or he's like an executive? Is he? It
sounded like on camera to me, but they didn't really. They just special assignment to Peacock. So who knows? Anything post show?
Oh, I mean, Rico on Unnamed was crazy with that local chick. I would say, I just said on the podcast, Rico is like one of a kind, almost irreplaceable in the sense of like who else gets involved in these things, but it's always unintentional and he can't ever like actually. It's never like good for him. It's always like at his expense.
Well, but he's a certified lunatic. I mean.
It was for me. It was that he came back months later. Like we talk, obviously Dave's like a grudge guy. Like there's no greater grudge guy than Boston.
No. And he literally is a shade away from being a serial killer. Like if you put serial killer chromosome makeups versus a Bosco makeup, they're as close as
It's
they
the Venn
can be
diagram.
without like crossing the line. So, yeah. All right. Good luck, boys, tonight. I'm looking forward. I love all those celebrities in the front row. Nick's is star-studded. Like I was Googling, is Timothy Chamblet actually from New York?
He's a real fan. He's the
Yeah,
real
he's from
sure
the
is.
city. He's
Yeah.
from Manhattan, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's from New York.
And he was like watching. I was watching him watch the game. He is like in it, yelling at the refs. Like he is not just like there for them.
I love it. I saw Ben Stiller responded. He's like, this isn't good to my video, but it's true. It's just all these people. And there's lots. I don't know Bad Bunny.
You don't know who Bad Bunny is?
No, I don't know about him being a Knicks fan. He was there he was there in the front row.
Yeah,
like,
that might be a little bit.
Obviously,
he's just a star. He's just a star. Stiller's a true fan. Stiller really
still 100%. So, yeah. So how do they decide then? How's Bad Bunny get front row? Because there's got to be
he's also like the biggest music star in the world. So I think.
Yeah, but there's like, all right. And Stiller, I assume, has tickets or whatever. And Tracy Morgan's there every game, puking on himself, doing whatever. But all those people are there every game. How do they decide? Like, if I'm the Knicks box office, don't you want the actual huge Knicks fans like in the front, not a superstar?
Yes, but I think you're underestimating. I mean, Bad Bunny. I think they would kick Patrick Ewing out of the fucking building for Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is like internationally like the biggest name in the world.
I know this. In Boston, I get floor seats before Bad Bunny. No questions asked. That's how we do things in Boston, though. It's like you keep your loyalty and like your real.
I just also don't think Big Bunny is going to Celtics games.
Well, he was at the Celtics game the other night.
In Boston?
No, at the Knicks game.
Yeah, he's going to the Garden.
Did he fly in or was he there? I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to think who is a gigantic Knicks fan that didn't get courtside and he gets courtside. If you're saying he's not a real fan of the Knicks, which I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm not sure.
I mean, if you notice, like, they have set, like, for example, like, former players like Marbury and, like, Sprewell and, like, Melo, they have a section for them, like,
yes,
courtside, like, under the bench. Like,
Celtics do that
they
a
have,
lot,
like,
too.
separate, like, they almost have, like, separate,
I'm
like,
talking,
spots
like,
for them.
Okay, wait, Dave. Taylor Swift or you at the Celtics?
Front row?
Yeah.
I think they accommodate both, but I'll say this about the Celtics.
But if you had to pick, because like
I think they give it to me.
Bad Bunny is like that level.
I think they give it to me.
Okay, then then that might hold true for Bad Bunny, but he is that guy.
Now it may not be if I called like 2 hours before the game,
right.
No, but like I know which games I can go to. I let them know, and they will. It doesn't matter who came at the end to be like, oh, we got to bump Dave. They wouldn't do that. They'd be like, he's been coming to games for 20 years, and we saved them. And I respect this. Like, I respect it, and I love it because it benefits me. But I'm actually saying the reverse on the Knicks side. Like, who are those diehard Knicks fans who don't get the seat because Bad Bunny got it?
But I think like you kind of Spike Lee's there, Tracy Morgan's there.
But do they have? I assume those guys have like Tracy Morgan, like Stiller, and obviously Spike Lee. They're there like every game. I assume those are like their
those are their seats. Yeah.
But even like for example, like Bobby Bacala, like Steven Sherman, he's courtside like every game. Like he's obviously done well for himself. He's not like Bad Bunny, Timothy Chalamet level of star, and he's like Bobby Bacala is courtside at every game. Every game.
So and was he courtside this? Was he courtside this past game?
I think. I mean, he's there like 90% of the time. I feel.
Well, that would be somebody I'm saying. Like, if he's going, like, he should be there. And I have no problem with Timothy Chalamet. He's a gigantic fucking star and a real Knicks fan. We don't even know that Bad Bunny's not a Knicks fan. I'm just
right. He might be one of them. Yeah.
But I did notice him there.
I would guess he's not, to be honest.
But
that's
I think
my
what
point.
You're saying is true.
I would guess probably not.
Like the Knicks games are a celebrity event, whereas like Boston is going to give it to the sports fan, which I do like better about it. Like, but the Garden becomes this like event as opposed to the game, Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck, fellas.
If the Celtics lose, you still like we're good. No.
It'll. Do I still think they'd win? Yeah. Are we good? No. What?
But like, if the Knicks,
what? Who are you talking to? We see you talking to somebody.
No, I'm getting the like. We got to get on the car to go to the airport.
All right. Well, I'll say this. Just look at the odds. The Celtics are like gigantic favorites still, like minus 370 or something.
But if the Knicks win tonight, you think the Celtics still win the series, but you're a little nervous.
Yes, but it would shock me if they lost tonight. But I still think they win regardless. Good night.